Hi everyone, it's Kino here. Thanks so much for joining for this practice. I'm here in Villano Beach in North Florida. This is going to be about a 1-hour practice. So I've got no props today. I'm on the road traveling, so we just need a yoga mat for today's practice. Pretty cool. So let's get started in a comfortable seated position and close your eyes. Bring your hands in prayer position and we'll initiate the space of practice with the sound Om. A long deep breath in. Om. As you exhale, rest your hands down to any comfortable position. Keep your eyes closed for a few moments. Bring your attention to your breath and help that center of your mind start to rest on the inflowing and the outgoing breath. No matter what thoughts, whether positive or negative, are roaming through the mind, let yourself rest on the sensation and the awareness of your breath. Take a moment to check in with your body and just notice how your body feels, establishing a beginning point for the journey of practice today. And then check in with the quality of your mind and your emotions. There may be emotional difficulties, mental difficulties, or your mind may be feeling quite clear. Simply take a moment and tune in to again establish a beginning point for the journey of practice. Then a nice long deep breath in. As you exhale, let's softly open the eyes and we are ready to begin. We'll start off with arms out to a T shape. Tune into your shoulders when you bring arms out to a T shape, and I want you to just feel your shoulders. So the shoulders are a place in the body where there's a lot of feelings of identity, a lot of feelings of, your shoulder girdle is how much space you feel comfortable taking up in the world. So just take a moment and really spread your shoulder blades away from each other. Almost as though you're saying, yes, this is who I am. This is how much space I'm allowed to take up, occupying the full horizon of the energy system that you are. And we'll hold that for just a few more breaths and give me a big reach, almost as though you're expanding your energy just by holding the arms spread wide apart. And then exhale, let's set it down. Shake the shoulders out and we'll take a little bit of a pause. Connect into your pelvic floor if you haven't yet already. And then with a conscious effort, think about the energy of your body rising up from the pelvic floor through each joint of the spine. Then again, inhale, arms out to a T shape, and then we'll do the little circles. So give me arm circles forward, forward, forward. Great, just like that. That's looking good. And don't do anything too extreme, just nice little gentle movements to bring energy circulation and movement through the shoulders. Now we're going to pause and switch directions. We'll go back. Great. And you can just feel how the shoulders begin to mobilize, begin to get a little bit of energy and intention in them. We'll stay for 2 more breaths. Remember your pelvic floor. Give me 1 more breath and then big reach. And then exhale. Let's set it down. Shake the shoulders out. Now we're going to release the neck. Exhale as you drop your head over to the left side. Give me your right shoulder down. If you've been having many thoughts or stress in the life, taking a few moments to release the neck is such an important part of your yoga journey. Give me your hands, your left hand to the head, the right hand to the shoulder. Great, looking good. Now very gently, just apply a small amount of pressure to give yourself a very light sense of release and relief. Let's stay for 1 more breath and gentle release. Come back to neutral. Then drop your head over to the right side and your left shoulder down so that you can separate your left ear from the right shoulder, stretching out the neck muscles. Stay there for a moment. Find those sweet spots in the neck that need a little extra attention. Then let's add in the hands. Take your right hand and the left hand and just gently move those 2 points apart. And just feel those bands of tension lightly leaving the body. And then release and give your head just a little bobble. And just notice that kind of increased energy flow around the neck region. Good. Now we're going to pop on over onto your hands and knees. So let's take a moment on the hands and knees once we get over there. All right. So when you come over on your hands and knees, let's have the hands shoulder width apart and your knees about hips width apart. Then from here, grip your fingertips. And let's just get comfy here for 5 breaths. 1. Keep your gaze softly positioned between the hands. 2. 3. It's looking good. Stay with it. 4. This helps warm your wrists up. And 5. Now we'll go for cat and cow. Inhale a long, deep extension. Exhale, round. We'll tuck it under. Inhale a long, deep extension. Exhale, round and under. One more. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round. Very good. Let's shake that out for a little bit of a moment. Come back to neutral. Now we'll end up in puppy pose. So take your hands, gently walking them forward. Your thumbs nearby each other. Exhale, forehead towards the ground. And then just let your spine release out of the pelvis. Come up onto your fingertips. 5 breaths here. 1. Deep breathing. 2. 3. Just take a moment. Let your body come into balance and harmony. No fight, no force. A couple more breaths. And let's do one more breath. Great. Take the hands down. Inhale, walk your hands on up. Now let's do thread the needle to continue that neck and upper body release. Let's do the left arm first. Inhale, lift your left arm up, big reach. Exhale, thread the needle under. Good job. Right hand reaches over. Really great work, everyone. Take a moment and again, let your whole body release. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Draw the navel in and send the hips back and up. Keep the mind quiet and calm. Nice and easy. And notice what you feel. So remember those 3 anchors of mindfulness that we start the practice off with. Think about your breath. See if you can deepen it. Think about your body. See if you can be with it. Think about the mind itself and notice how the mind shifts and changes. The impermanent nature of thoughts, the impermanent nature of the body itself, the ever-changing qualities of the breath. Very good. Now we'll come gently on up. So walk your right hand back. Inhale, back up to your hands and knees. We're going to switch the sides. Press into your left hand. Inhale, big reach with your right arm up. And really do the reach so you maximize the length. And then exhale, right hand threads through and the left arm reaches over. Good. And we'll stay here again. Deep breaths. Notice any pain points that seem to arise in the body. Any places of difficulty. And instead of fighting with them, see if you can just make peace with the difficulty. Make peace with what is. Feel the breath moving in and the breath moving out. Keep the muscles of the low belly gently tucked in, allowing a sense of spaciousness behind the pubic bone. And we'll do one more breath. Very good. Walk your left hand back and then let's come on back to your hands and knees. Looks good. Curl your toes under. We're going to lift on up to downward facing dog. So find the hips and send the hips back and up and we've got downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths. 1, 2, roll the shoulders open, keep the navel drawn deeply in. 3, 4, take this opportunity to just connect breath and body, giving yourself a respite, a sanctuary from whatever turbulence might be in your life right now. And 5, we're going to step forward to warrior 1. So inhale, step your right foot forward. Let's sink that left heel down and then slowly lift your torso. Take a moment and check your pelvic alignment so that the hips are nice and squared forward. Then inhale, raise the arms. And play around with the arm position that works best for you, whether you want to stack your hands in line with the shoulders or press your palms into each other and gaze up at the thumbs. And we'll stay here for 5 deep breaths. 1. If your arms are open, still try to reach up out through your fingertips. Looking really good. 2, explore the legs. How down deeply can you get into the legs? 4, if you feel a lot of weight in your front leg, push a little back into your left leg. We're almost there. Keep reaching. Don't give up. Okay, we're going to come on down to plank. So exhale, let's take the hands down. Spin your left foot forward. Inhale, back to plank. Got your plank? Good. Let's stay in plank. Just a few breaths. Keep it nice and warm. Good. Feel the shoulders. Hold it nice and steady. Draw the navel in and exhale, Chaturanga. Let's come on down. You can always go all the way down to the ground. Inhale, upward facing. Give me a nice long, deep breath in. Exhale, push it on back to downward facing. From downward facing, we're going to step forward with the left side. So inhale, step your left foot forward, planting your right heel down, squaring your pelvis again, nice and forward. And then after you find that alignment, let's raise the arms to your comfortable position. Very good. Nice and easy. 1. Lift up through the center line of the body. 2. So watch the alignment of the torso and try to reach straight directly up. It's looking really good. 4, check in with how you're feeling. Notice any edges, any hard edges in the body or mind and see if they can soften. And 5, exhale, let's take the hands down. Inhale, back to plank. Hold plank for a moment, get situated with your shoulders and your core. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, long, deep breath in. Exhale, push it on back to downward facing. Let's stay for 5 breaths in the downward dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, doing really well, keep breathing. 5, we're going to walk half the distance in. Take a moment here, soft bend in the knees, hanging forward fold for a moment. Interlock the lower arms, holding on to the inside edge around the elbows, and then inhale as you straighten the legs. We'll just hang for a few moments. Make sure the hamstrings and the lower back are all released for the forward bending. Here you could close the eyes for a moment and enter kind of a sweet spot. Another moment and just enjoy this little release. And release your hands. Let's bend the knees for a little relief. Hold on to your big toes. We've got Padangusthasana. Inhale, straighten the arms and straighten the legs. Deep breath in, looking good. Exhale again, forward fold. 5 more breaths. 1. Tuck the head gently in. 2. 3. In this version of the posture, see if you can gaze at your nose tip rather than closing the eyes. This helps differentiate the intention of these 2 postures. 1 more breath. And that's good. Inhale, let's straighten the arms, deep breath in, exhale here. Now we're gonna come up to standing. Inhale all the way up to standing, feet together, hands by your side. Pause for a moment, connecting with your breath and your body. Feel that connection between each breath in and each breath out. Then we'll take a step out with the right leg on the inhale. So inhale, step out to the right, spread your arms. Good job. Now for the triangle pose, Trikonasana position. Externally rotate your right hip joint out. Turn the right foot out, spread the arms, and then creating space behind the pubic bone and around your right hip joint. Exhale as you pivot down, reaching your right hand towards your right ankle, your big toe, or if you have a block and you want to pop your hand onto a block, find the comfortable position that works for you. Reach powerfully up with your left arm, and we'll stay here for about 5 breaths. Elongate the space between your shoulder blades as much as possible and just focus on the sensation. Whether the posture is difficult or easy doesn't matter. Just feel what you feel. If there is pain somewhere in the body, observe that. Make sure it's not damaging, that it's just a comfortable soreness. And if there's pleasure, try not to get attached to it. Take a moment and just cultivate a calm and equanimous mind. Let's have about 2 more breaths here. 1 more. Very good. Switch your gaze down towards the right foot, then inhale. Come all the way up. Turn the right foot in, left foot out. Make sure that rotation comes from the hip joint. Then inhale, big breath in as you spread the arms. Exhale as you pivot down, down, down. We switch the sides. You can take the hand to the ankle, hold on to your big toe on the floor or on a block. And gaze up to the right fingers and make sure you tune in deeply to all that you feel, whether pleasurable, painful, or neutral. Cultivating a sense of deep equanimity. Focus on the breath. How's your breathing right now? Long, deep breath in. Activate pelvic floor. Long, deep breath out. Good, let's do that a few more times. Focus on what you feel. Don't run away from any difficult sensations. Long, deep breath in. Long, deep breath out. Let's do 1 more. Very good. Switch your gaze down to the left foot, then inhale. Come all the way up. Spread your arms. Samastitihi. Let's come on back up to the front of the mat. Good. Check in with the legs. The legs often get really worked out there in Trikonasana. Then inhale again, step out to the right. This time we'll keep the hands on the waist. We're going to work a few of the Prasarita Padottanasana postures. Take a moment here and tune in again to the legs. If you're pushing outward with your legs, you're going to get the feeling like your legs are spreading. Instead of that, pull inward so that you can draw the inner thighs together and feel a sense of lift up along the center line. Okay, super good. Hands on your natural waist. Inhale, big breath in where the ribs lift up away from the hips. Exhale, pivot forward at the waist, taking the hands on the ground. Then inhale again, a long deep breath in. Keep the chest up for a moment, and then exhale, fold. Make sure your feet are as far away apart as you need to comfortably fold forward. We got 5 breaths. 1. Keep the navel drawn gently in. 2. Check in with the legs. Check in with the feet. Check in with the back muscles. 3. Take a moment to just feel all that is. 4. 5. 5. Good job. Inhale, let's lift the head up. Deep breath in. Exhale there, squeeze the pelvic floor. Then inhale, come all the way up, hands back to the waist. We'll do Prasarita Padottanasana C position. Activate the inner thighs, and inhale, extend the arms. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, interlock your fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders forward. Inhale, long, deep breath in. Exhale, pivot forward, dropping the head down. Relax your shoulders. 1. Please don't worry if your hands are not on the ground. Don't force. Here's a posture where you could close your eyes just for a moment and try to just feel what you feel. 3. Keep working. 4. Almost there. 5. Good job. Activate the pelvic floor and inhale. Come on all the way up and exhale. Now let's bring the feet together. You can come on back up to Samastiti here. You can step your feet together, whichever feels more comfortable and wherever you're placed more spatially appropriately on your yoga mat. Let's do the tree pose. Externally rotate the right hip joint. Draw the navel deeply in. And then you can stay with the planted tree with your right toes on the ground, or you can draw that right heel all the way up towards the pubic bone. Make sure you're not pressing against your left knee, and then hands in prayer. All right, we've got 5 breaths. 1, steady, steady. 2, it's looking good. If you fall out, just forgive yourself and try again. No big deal. 4, we're almost there. Take a moment, connect in. See if you can activate the tree a little bit. So you want to use those external muscles of hip rotation to give a little activation through the legs as you're here. 1 more breath. Looks good. 5, exhale. Come on back down. Hands by your side. Okay, let's do the other side. Give me that external rotation left side. Looks good. Draw yourself up into the tree pose on the left side. The left heel is close to the right pubic bone as comfortable, or whichever variation of tree pose is good for you. If you lose your balance, it's okay. Just connect back into your pelvis. Start again. No reason to beat yourself up. Just forgive yourself and try again. Looks good. 1. Learning how to forgive yourself is an important part of the spiritual journey, and we can do that each time we fall out of a yoga posture. When we can forgive ourselves, we can forgive others. It's such a good lesson to learn. Let's go for a few more breaths. Long, deep breath in. Long, deep breath out. Activate the tree a little bit. Find those muscles of external rotation. Looks good. 1 more breath. And 5. Exhale. Let's do hands by your side. Good. Orient back towards the front of your yoga mat. Inhale. Raise your hands above your head. Exhale. Fold forward. Come on down. Inhale. Straighten the spine as you lift gently up. Exhale. Let's come on back down through plank and Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing. Stay downward facing for a moment. And now let's go for 3-legged dog. Point your right toes and then inhale, right leg back and up. Let's lift the right leg back and up. Good, that's great. Good, lift it up. Give a little pressure down into your left leg so you can feel a push and a thrust down into your left leg. And at the same time, reach back and away with your right foot, almost like you're pulling weight out of your hands. Good, and we'll stay for 2 more breaths. 1 more breath, fire up that right quadricep, and then exhale, let's set it down. Switch the sides. Point the left toes, and then inhale, send it back. Thrust weight firmly down into the right leg. Once you feel that, then let's lift the left kneecap, fire up the left quadricep, and reach it back and up. Very good. Let the difficulty of this posture keep your mind super steady. We're almost there. And exhale, let's set it down. Good. Stabilize in downward dog for a moment. Again, walk your feet closer to the hands, about half the distance in. You ready for warrior three? Point the fingertips on the ground. Stay there for a moment, and then inhale your right leg back. You get that right leg back. Try not to go up, but just straight back, okay? Push weight into your left leg. You can keep your fingertips on the ground, or you can come up. We'll stay for 5 breaths. 1, 2, whatever hand position is working for you, go with that. 3, if you need to touch the fingers down at any moment, you can come on down. 4, almost there. 5, I want you to place your hands on the ground, bend your left knee, kick your right leg back, and come into Anjanayasana, sitting that right knee on the ground, and inhale, lift your hands up. Once you're in Anjanayasana, point your right toes, reach up, 5 breaths. 1, let's work the front opening of that right hip. 2, let yourself reach and glide a little bit back. 3, you can do it, reach and glide a little back. This one, you don't need to go straight up. You can glide a little back. Oh, it looks good. Open the heart. Lift from the sternum. Looks so good. 2 more breaths. 4 and 5. Let's curl the toes under. Take your hands down and inhale back to plank position. From plank, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Oh, big breath in. Exhale, downward facing. Don't you worry, we're going to do the other side. Inhale, walk your feet forward. Come onto your fingertips. Exhale there. All right, ready for the other side? Fingertips, push weight into your right leg, left leg back. So got the warrior three. Good. You can stay here, fingertips on the ground, or you can transfer your body weight into that right leg and take the arms up. Good. 1, 2, whatever arm position is working for you. You want to spread out to the side or move forward or just stay hands in prayer. It's all good. 4, almost there. You need to sink the fingers down. You can sink the fingers down. 5, everybody sink your fingers down. Bend your right knee. Exhale, sink that left leg back. Come down to Anjanayasana. Point the left toes when you get down. Then inhale, extend upward. And let's really try to open the front of that left hip. Lift from your psoas up through the center of the chest and explore the heart opening position. 1, close your eyes for a moment. Deep breath in. Then exhale as you open the eyes and use your gaze to lift up through the center of the chest. So look gently up. 3, almost there. 4, almost there. 5, exhale, take the hands down, curl the left toes under. Inhale, back to plank position, get your plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. That was a lot. How you feeling? Got that little fire turned on, didn't we? Okay, bend your knees and come down to a kneeling position. Exhale, sink your hips down. Take a moment, hands rest on the tops of your thighs. Close your eyes. Connect into the spinal axis. Feel your sacrum and feel your breath. Feel each breath traveling up and down the spinal axis. Good. Open the eyes. Inhale, come up onto the knees. Take your hands to the rib cage. We're working Ustrasana position now. The basic camel position, we can stay just right here, lifting the ribs up and away from the hips, or interlocking the fingers behind you and working your camel like Prasarita Padottanasana C position, focusing only on the chest expansion. Or if you feel that the camel is coming through for you today, then exhale all the way back to Ustrasana position, heels of the hands on the heels of the feet. Gaze towards the nose tip, and you find your version. We stay for 5 breaths. 1, make your peace with the posture. 2, make your peace with yourself. 3, 4, almost there. Almost there. Good. Activate your back muscles and inhale, come all the way up. Good job. Let's walk the knees just gently in. Exhale, sit the hips down, hands forward. Inhale, back to plank. Give me a plank. When we do Chaturanga, you're going to go all the way down. All right? Exhale, come all the way down. Then point your toes. Walk the elbows forward. Lift the rib cage. And we've got Cobra Pose, 5 breaths. 1. Continue that back bending journey in this nice little gentle version of the back bend. Feel your spinal axis lengthening, lengthening. 2. Give space exactly where you need it. 3. Almost there. 4. And 5. Relax your spine. Rest your forehead on your hands for a moment. And inhale, let's lift the head up, come up onto your elbows. Now Dhanurasana position. Bend your knees. Good, not too hard, so you don't want to overactivate the hamstring, just like a little gentle bend of the knees. That looks good. Then lift the center of the chest up, reach your hands back. Try to bend both hands towards the ankles at the same time. But if you need to go one by one, it's okay too. Good. Now let's do Dhanurasana. You're going to kick the legs back to lift your body off the ground. You might need to reposition your grip. Try to keep the knees close by each other. Roll the shoulders forward, and after you kick the legs back, then pull a little bit with the arms. Gaze towards the nose. 1, 2, 3. Feel what you feel. Don't run away from it. Your thighs are burning. It's okay. 4. Try to soften your butt muscles a little bit. 1 more breath. 5. Good job. Release. Hands down. Inhale, upward facing. Give me a long, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, from downward facing, you're going to sink the knees down, child's pose for a couple breaths. Let your spine unwind. Just feel your breath in your body here for a moment. One more breath. Very good. Let's lift the head up. Keep your elbows on the ground, and we're going to step on back to the Dolphin Plank. Pitch up the shoulders. Step your right leg back, tuck tailbone. Left leg back, again, tuck tailbone. Give me 5 breaths. 1. So doing a little strength work after back bending is an important counterbalance. This helps keep all the spine knit together and the whole body just aligned and back into the center. 3 more breaths. Feel the shoulders. All right, we're going to do a little endurance test. If you need to come down at any moment, you come on down, all right? However, if you got it in you, if the shoulders feel like there's more to give, tuck the head, look at the toes, and walk forward directly into the dolphin pose. And you can try dolphin pose with the bases of the big toes down or up onto the tips of your toes. And 5 more breaths. 1, 2, 3, let there be a feeling as though your body is lifting itself up. 4. And 5. Let's walk it back to Dolphin Plank. Hold it for a moment. We're going to walk it up to plank. Give me left side, right side, plank position. Chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing. I know your shoulders are burning. It's good job. Exhale, downward facing. We're going to do a little walking planks next. So come on forward to plank. And then we're going to go left side dolphin plank. Right side dolphin plank on your forearms. Inhale, walk it back up. Good. 4 more. Left side, right side, walk it back up. Good. 3 more. Left side, right side, walk it back up. Good. Left side, right side, walk it back up. Last one. Left side, right side, walk it back up. All right, we're going to switch the lead. So now we lead with the right. Right side, left side, walk it back up. 4 more. Right side, left side. Walk it back up. 3 more. Right side, left side. Walk it back up. 2 more. Right side, left side. Walk it back up. Last one. Right side, left side. Walk it back up. Plank. Give me your plank. Hold it. Squeeze the glutes. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Step on forward. We're going to come through to seated. Sink the hips down. Stretch out the legs. Dhanurasana position. Chest up. 5 breaths. Calm your nervous system. 1, 2. Keep the navel in. 3. 4. Just settle down, connecting back into breath and body from those peaks of the practice. 5, good job. We're going to pivot forward. Lift the rib cage. Paschimottanasana. Hold on to big toes. Inhale, extend the spine. Long, deep breath in. Exhale, fold. Feel your spine releasing. 1, 2, 3, 4, almost there. 5, good job. Inhale, extend the arms, lift your head up a little bit. Let's try to deepen the grip. So if this is challenging, you can stay where you are. You want to hold your feet around the sides or interlock the fingers. Inhale a long, deep breath in. Exhale again, fold. Drop the head down so the neck softens. Very good. Head down, let the neck soften. 2, 3, make space between the navel and the pubic bone. 4, almost there. 5, inhale, let's straighten the arms, a nice big breath in. Exhale there. Release. Fold your feet underneath you. Let's come on back to Chaturanga. So you can inhale up to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing, deep breath. Exhale, downward facing. Then we'll come on forward. Step it forward again. Exhale, sit down, straight legs. Now some spinal twist. Bend the right knee. Drop it over. So this is not Marichyasana C. This is a variation on Ardha Matsyendrasana. So your right foot will line up with the left knee. You can stay there and hug it in. Let's try this variation first, and then there'll be an option to deepen it. Hug your left knee with the left arm, right fingertips on the ground. Then, to access the depth of the twist, drop your chest around to the outside and gaze over to the right, over the right shoulder towards the right side. Good. And you can explore whether that left shoulder wants to pop on the inside edge, reach down to your calf muscle, or reach down to your foot. You can explore what feels better for you, or you can just stay hugging the knee. Good. Looks good. So there's no competition in the practice. It's really just what works for you, your breath, your body. One more breath. If you want to stay here, just stabilize that left leg a little bit by pushing into the left heel. If you want to change the posture up a little bit, then we're going to lean over to the side, bend the left knee, and then settle that right hip back on the ground. So in this variation of the asana, you're going to take your right hand and find the right hip crease and try to give yourself a little push down into the right hip joint. Looks good. Then reach around again, and you could try hands in prayer. Or you could go for the traditional grip with your right fingertips on the ground, left hand to the right foot, or reaching all the way around. Find again what is more appropriate for your body in this day. I like hands in prayer today. We'll stay for a couple breaths. Nice and easy. Look towards the right. Find the space between the ribs and the hips. Surrender into what you feel. Make sure no damage is done to the body, but don't run away from difficulty. One more breath. Good. Inhale back to the center. Keep your legs the way they are. Then fold your right, yeah, that's the right one. Fold the right ankle back. And if you've been straightening your left, then fold them both back to the easy version of Gomukhasana legs. Take your hands and stack them over each other, holding on to the right knee for a moment. And then pivot your body weight forward. Great. After the hips get settled down, then glide that right arm up, threading the left under, and then inhale forward and up. Good. Gaze towards your nails as you reach up through the center line. Feel balance and coherence slowly filtering their way back into your body, back into brain, back into body. Whatever you feel, make peace with it. Almost there. One more breath. And then exhale, come on all the way down. Let's just gently shake the spine out, uncross your legs, and let's pop it on back to Chaturanga. So we can inhale up to plank, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale again, upward facing, deep breath. Exhale, come on back to downward facing. Inhale again, come on forward, exhale, sit down. We're gonna do the whole thing on the other side. Straight legs to start. Fold left knee up and over and check that alignment so that the left foot is on the outer edge of the right knee. Then hug the right knee in and inhale, big lift as you spiral over. And you can explore how much over to the side you want to go or how little you want to do today. Just take a moment, a couple breaths, sink down into the pelvis, and at the same time up with the spinal axis. One more breath. Very good. You want to stay in this position, just ground your right foot a little bit, otherwise you're going to lean a little over to the left side to bend the right knee, and then exhale, come on down. Take your left hand and grab the left hip and push it down. Stay there for a moment while you elongate the spine. Then you can explore. You want to hold on to the traditional grip or take hands in prayer. I'm going to do hands in prayer today so you can just really feel. We'll stay for a few breaths here. Look over to the left and take a moment and just give thanks for the practice. The practice is always a sanctuary. No matter what's happening in the life situation, this is your safe space. A space where everything comes back in line. One more breath here. Don't push. Don't overdo it. Good. Inhale back to the center. Change the legs to that easy Gomukhasana position. Looks good. Then hands rest on top of the left knee. Pivot forward. Stay there for a moment. Then let's lift that left arm up. Thread the right under and reach forward and up, gazing at your nails. Stay for a few breaths. Don't overdo it with the neck, so let the gaze really be with the eyes. Your neck should be free. So if you're feeling a lot of crunching or squeezing in your neck, drop your chin down and let your eyeballs gently glide up through the center line. Good. Let's stay for 2 more breaths as you drop your shoulders down and the energy yet rises a little bit forward and up. One more breath and then exhale. Come on down. You know what's coming, right? We got our Chaturanga. Cross the legs under. Inhale up to your plank position. So find a good plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Big, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing. From downward facing, let's cross the feet. Exhale, sit down, and then just roll the spine gently down. Constructive rest position for a moment. Your knees gently spiraling towards each other. Feel the sacrum gently settling on the ground. Then let's fold both knees up into the chest so you can reach around, folding both knees up into the chest. Stay here, releasing the back muscles. Then gently open the knees, happy baby pose. Hold on to the outsides of the feet. If you cannot hold comfortably the outsides of the feet, Then you could hold the calf muscles or anywhere that's comfortable for you. Could be the calf muscles or the knees, or you can reach up. Stay for a moment and try to find that place of deep relaxation. If there are any moments, any situations in your life which are difficult, take a moment here and surrender them. You might even say deeply in the channel of the heart, I surrender, I surrender. I turn it over to a higher power. I surrender. Where there is tightness, I release. Where there is clinging, I release. Where there is ego and pride and arrogance, I release. Let me soften so that I may receive the answer I seek. Slowly release your feet, open the eyes. Let's push the knees back together for a moment and inhale up to Viparita Karani. If you're not comfortable letting your legs float open in the air, then back yourself up close to a wall. We'll point the feet, close your eyes, and relax. Feel the blood and circulation moving from the feet, through the ankles, through the knees, through the thighs. Feel the mind and body coming into balance. Feel the heart and the brain coming into harmony and coherence. Be aware of the sensations throughout the body. Be aware of the vibration in the space around the body. Keep the mind quiet and calm. And no matter what's happening in the world around you, it's this space, this energy being that you are. It is in this space where you can change and affect a wave of happiness, a wave of love, a wave of peace to emanate from your heart and spread outward from you. Let's bend the knees. Drop the feet down to constructive rest for a moment, and then exhale, lie all the way down. Give yourself a moment to take deep rest. Deep rest. Feel the feet, the soles of the feet, and release them into the ground. Feel the ankles, the muscles and bones around the ankles, and release them into the ground. Feel the lower legs, the calf muscles, the knees, and release them into the ground. Feel the thighs, the muscles and the bones of the thighs, and release them into the ground. Feel the hips, the bones of the pelvis, and release them into the ground. Feel the organs of the torso and release them into the ground. Feel the bones of the spine, the lower back, the muscles of the lower back, and release them into the ground. Feel the chest, the rib cage, the heart, the lungs, the shoulder blades, and release them into the ground. Your hands, wrists, lower arms, and shoulders, and release them into the ground. Feel the neck, the throat, and release them into the ground. Feel your face, your teeth, your lips, your nose, your cheeks, your eyes, your forehead, the ears, your scalp, your brain, and release them into the ground. As you feel the earth underneath you, feel the wave of energy enter you, bringing solace and comfort, healing and restoration. On a cellular level, receive the blessing of the universe. Come into balance and harmony, both with yourself and with all that is. After a few moments of true recharging, true rest, start to come back to your breath, your body, and your mind. And then a nice long deep breath in. And as you exhale, move fingers, toes, hands and feet. Bend the knees and the elbows. Hug the knees again up into your chest. Little roll from side to side. All the way over onto whichever side is more comfortable for you. Then back up to a comfortable seated position. Eyes closed for a moment. Feel your heart center, breathing in and out through the heart. For a moment, give yourself pure, unconditional love. Recognize your worthiness. Recognize how good you are deep down inside, and just let that in. You are good. You are worthy. You might even say to yourself, I'm good. I'm worthy. And then for a moment, expand your heart outward and think of someone whom you love dearly. And just send them the good vibration of love, compassion, and kindness. And then feel your connection through the heart center to all beings in the whole world. And vibrating in love and harmony. You can truly say, may all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be filled with love. Hands together at the center of the heart. A deep breath in. As you exhale, softly open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining. May you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be filled with love today and every day. Namaste.